What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me on these analysis. We're going to be looking at SMCI today. This thing is looking very bullish after that incredible day that we just had today. We'll see if the momentum continues. Still could be early, but a 10% day is crazy, and I think we've been needing that. It's nice to see some volume kick up on this bad boy. We all know once this thing gets going, it can absolutely rip to the upside, as we can see. You look at this monthly candle. We'll just take a look at a couple of these monthly candles here. So we look at this one, and you can see it ran up around 130 on this candle here. It ran up about 100 for easy numbers. On this one here, we ran up around 100 as well. So it's no surprise if we were to see some kind of aggressive move. It's in the nature of SMCI. Once this thing gets going, it will absolutely skyrocket. From our last breakout point, you can see at this level here, if we were to measure it, we made a move of around 2,900%. So I'm not saying that's going to happen again, but SMCI could really get going once we break this high here. Once we break this high here and we close above it, we could really get some momentum as we get a bounce off of this level of support and resistance. It could catapult us higher if we get the momentum, and we just start to see all semiconductors start to rip up. We've been seeing NVIDIA doing well, AMD, SMCI, all of these chip semiconductors are doing pretty well. And it looks like SMCI is doing no different, which is awesome to see. We have been talking about this key level right here, and it looks like we're here now at the moment. We'll see how it plays out, of course. And when we take a look at the Fibonacci zone to the downside, this is a bearish pull. You can see that we're sitting right at the 0.5 to the 618, which also lines up with that key level of resistance here. So this is double the resistance. So we have a golden zone and we have a standard support and resistance zone. So the larger one's the golden zone, the thinner one is the standard support and resistance. So that's confluence to push price down. If we can break above that, that's going to be incredibly bullish as we close above, use that as support, which is going to be a strong level, and make our way to the top of this channel potentially, hopefully eventually running into the upward sloping trend line. But that's going to be confluence to the downside as well. As we make our way up, we could be running into, let me move this over a little bit. We could be running into the trend line and the top of the channel, which is going to eventually, potentially push price down off of it. We'll see how it plays out, of course, once we get there. It's still early on. So we still have to break through this zone first. This is going to be the most important level at the moment. But we are in the middle of breaking through here. If we can continue momentum, I think we can do it, especially once we surpass this wick. If you take a look to the left-hand side, it's a pretty clean move. I'm not saying that we're going to go straight from 67 to 95, but the traffic is clean and there shouldn't be as much resistance along the way because the move down was pretty clean. So we could have kind of a recreation of that move there, but to the upside. On the weekly SMA, we did get our 20 crossing the 50, which is incredibly bullish. Last time we saw that was way back here, and we got an insane move after that point. That was all the way back in May 2019, and we absolutely catapulted all the way up to $123. Here on the daily, we have been riding up our 20, finding support off of it, and we just absolutely catapulted off of it. So I would imagine the 20 starts to catch up, and then maybe SMCI will go sideways if we can hold this key level of support. Maybe we go sideways into the 20, and then we recreate the move again. We hug the 20, shoot off of it, hug the 20, shoot off of it. That would be the ideal scenario. Of course, it does not have to play out. And when we look at the Bollinger Bands, we are outside of the daily Bollinger Band, so be aware of that. But we can spend some time outside of it temporarily for maybe 2 or 3 trading days before finding some kind of pullback into it. It doesn't have to be an aggressive pullback, but we usually fall right back into the Bollinger Bands. Daily volume was pretty nice. As you can see, we're sitting at 72 million today. The day prior was 34, and the day before that was 37. and Wednesday last week was 25. So the fact that we got 25 million is pretty nice. It's almost a combination of like 2 or 3 of the trading days. Nice to see that in one trading day. Hopefully the momentum carries on. As you can see, we closed at 60.05 and now we're already at 60.42. So it looks like the momentum's still carrying on after hours. And when you take a look at the weekly RSI, we are trending higher and we are on our way to overbought territory. We have found rejection along the way before, but we ended up having 2 aggressive moves to the upside. So hopefully we can see a recreation of this move and we can get a catapult higher and a nice green shaded area before having some kind of cool off period on the weekly RSI. On the daily, we are already in overbought territory. So be aware of that. It does not mean that the move is over. It just means that there's a lot of power and movement behind here. As you can see, we broke into overbought territory January 19th, and we didn't fall outside of it until February 16th. So a whole month of being overbought. So don't think that, oh, we're in overbought territory, I have to sell right now. That's not the case. And honestly, a lot of the times, most people in the market should be just dollar cost averaging into these stocks, especially if you believe in, chips and hardware and all that kind of stuff. You should just DCA long term. Don't even worry about trading and just accumulate as many shares as you can, especially like on these mega drops over here. It's a great opportunity. I mean, all the way down to 17 bucks and this thing's back at $60. So that should teach you a lesson in case you didn't, get in. But guess what? There's going to be another opportunity, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next year. There's going to be another opportunity. Just make sure you guys capitalize on it. Don't get scared. Just know your company and know that it's a good company, and just put your money where your mouth is. But anyways, this is looking pretty good overall. Like I said, we can stay overbought for a little bit of time, but be cautious that we are in overbought territory. On the weekly MACD, we are looking very nice. Momentum starting to kick up a little bit. The blue is really starting to separate and go vertical. Love to see that. And on the daily, we actually got a red flip, and then the next candle was a monster green candle, pretty much equal to the largest candle that we saw in this entire strip from June 26th all the way to July. So mid-June to mid-July, this was pretty much the largest momentum kind of day that we've seen just in one trading day. So this thing is going absolutely vertical. We just broke out of this little consolidation period. We've had a little bit of resistance there if you look. We've found resistance prior off of this level here, 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 and now we're just breaking past it. Last time we broke past it was this very aggressive move from 25 all the way up to 66. I'm not saying that we're about to 2 or 2.5x. I'm just telling you what happened last time, and the momentum is kicking up. We got our green flip with a lot of momentum. It is looking very nice. And on the 4-hour, we have 2 candles back to back, very aggressive. Nice start. Hopefully you can see a nice green shaded area like this over here to the upside, and the momentum can continue, and SMCI can continue rallying and get all chips going. And when we take a look here off of this fib, if there was any kind of bearish fib, this looks like it's already out of the door. If we look here, we got our 0.5 to the 618. It looks like we got a bounce off of that key level. So our 0.5 to 618 was right here. Price pushed through it, got rejected a little bit. We closed above it, retested off of it, and now we're catapulting past that, past the 786, and we're still underneath the 886, but we are about to completely invalidate this bearish move. And once we surpass the 1, this entire move is thrown out the door, and it's time to potentially move up higher. That's pretty much all I have for you guys on SMCI. This is looking pretty good though. Long-term mindset will always do you best, not financial advice. And I'll see you guys in the next one.